Hello everyone, here we go, Friday night. It is the 14th of June 2024 and you're with me. My name is Linda Dolke. I hope that everyone's had a lovely week. It's been a few days since I've been live, so right now my schedule has me going live every Friday night and Sunday night. I think most people are familiar with that. And then Tuesday afternoon I also do a live. So the Tuesday afternoon one is the technique class, or the technique Tuesday as I call it, and then I do a Monday morning live with my team, which is available for anyone to watch. If they're in the team, you can always go back and watch all the replays of those. There's lots of good information in there to help everybody and answer questions and all that kind of stuff. So that's more demonstrator chat kind of thing. And then, of course, I've got Craft Along. Now, the next Craft Along is coming up on Thursday, the 27th. Is it the 27th? I should look at my calendar. Hang on a second. I'll make sure I tell you the right dates. Yes, Thursday the 27th at 2 p.m. is my next Craft Along event. We're doing a really super cute card this month that I think you're really going to enjoy. And then I've also got my global video hop coming up towards the end of the month as well. So I'll let you know what the date of that one is. I'm not quite sure offhand, but that's coming up very soon. There's lots going on. How has everyone been? I'm quickly scouring through all the messages to see if I've missed anything super important. Sheila, I see you said you came out of ICU today. I hope you are well. I hope they will let you watch, but let's see how we go. You can always watch the replay if you can't watch live. I'm glad to hear, though, that that you survived all of that. That sounds like it was fairly horrendous. Who else do we have? We have lots of people. We have all the Margarets tonight. All the Margarets are here. 3 of them that I'm aware of. Margaret G, and Margaret J. And who else do we have here tonight? Hello, Joan. Nice to see you. Hi, Rose. Leslie is here. Lynn is here. Hello. Hello. Janine, hi. How are you? Let me see. I know I've missed people. I know I have. Cherie, did you get my message? I messaged you in the last couple of days. So check your Facebook messages there. Let me see. Donna Ricardo, hi. And Suzanne Gout. Sorry, I should say it right. I know I said it. I think I got it right last time, but I think that was maybe pure luck. Hello, Tanya. How are you? Good evening to you as well, and Glenda as well, and Dolores over in, I forget which state it is, but I know it's the US. I'm so sorry, I've forgotten. Hello, Ellen. Long time no talk. Hello, Sharon. Nice to have you with us tonight. Miss Sharon Dalton, if anyone sees her there, is Miss Scrapbooker Extraordinaire. Is that your group? The Scrapbooking Global group is one you started. Is that right, Sharon? I know you're admin, but I wondered whether you started the group. You can let everyone know because that's always cool. Oh, sorry. There goes a cat. Don't show your bottom to everybody. It's not becoming. I've been out all day. I went down to Sydney today to have lunch with a friend, and we went to IKEA together, and that was lovely. So the cats have been on their own, and he's been very clingy tonight because I think he was feeling a little bit lonely. Tennessee. There you go. Is it Nashville or somewhere else in Tennessee? No, that's right. We finally got the phone tag is actually, I know, right? He's been hanging out with me and following me around the place because he got left on his own today, and he gets very clingy when he's been by himself. Doesn't like to be by himself. He gets lonely. Yeah, and Cookie's over there as well. So there you go. All right, so let's switch over to the desk. It's Friday, and you might remember we've been working through a series of sketches. Off you go. Sketches on Friday nights, and this is page 22 of the new catalogue. So if you have your new catalogue with you, you can go ahead and turn to page 22. It's easy to remember because there's 22 sketches on page 22. So it's going to take us, if we do one a week, it's going to take us 22 weeks to get through these. There might be other weeks that I maybe diverge and do something else, but I'm doing number 6 tonight. So that's 6 on the top row. If you're looking, I'm going to switch over to the desk and see if we can get a closer look at it. I was printing them out, and then I've been having problems with my printer, and I haven't fixed that yet. So this is the one we're doing tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. Okay, and it's a very simple little sketch. Next week's is really simple as well, but sometimes it's the simple ones that I like the best because you can sort of play around with them a little bit more. So we've got what looks like 3 rectangles and a circle. Now, of course, sketches don't have to be followed exactly. You can do whatever you like with them. You can change them around. So if I wanted to do an oval instead of a circle, I could, you know, and you really don't, you're not limited. You can add bows or ribbon, you can add embellishments. You can do whatever you like. So tonight, I thought I'd play with a couple of my favorite techniques. There you go. So I thought you started it, Sharon. So you started it in 2017. Goodness me, it's grown since then, hasn't it? That's pretty cool. I don't know. You know what? I've never been in that part of the States, Dolores. I've only ever, I've been around sort of around the edges. I haven't done very much in the middle. So my husband comes from Michigan up north. And then, you know, I've been over to New York and that little corner over there. And then I've been down the West Coast. I've been down to Florida and been down to Louisiana. But sort of around all the edge bits, I haven't been much in the middle. So I need to fix that at some point. Hello, Roz. Nice to see you. Hi, Katrina. Hello, Sol Vega. Yeah, Crumpet made himself known. I saw your beautiful, it's Daisy, isn't it? Your gorgeous pussycat. I saw those beautiful photos of her that you put up this week, that lovely photo of her sitting and looking at you. So, all right. So I thought I'd pick out a couple of my favorites tonight because guess what? A couple of our bundles that have been on unorderable for a little while have come back in stock. We've only got one bundle that's out of stock right now, and that's the one with the ducks. Does everyone know the one I'm talking about? So it's this one, the Lily Pod Lane. That one is currently out of stock, but due to come back in hopefully next week. Whereas the ones that were out, Spotlight on Nature was out, and because it's been out of stock, I haven't used it as part of to promote the bundles because the bundles are on sale right now. If you didn't know that, guys, so bundles are normally 10% off, and it's only die bundles we're talking about that are on sale. So you've got your stamps and your dies in a bundle. They are 10% off normally, so you get a 10% saving on them. But right now in June, you get an extra 10%. So the ones that have been the most popular, I think, Spotlight on Nature has been super popular with my customers. Everyone seems to like that. Hello, Susan. How are you? Oh, you're down in Melbourne and it's cold. I know, right? I've been hearing this. Look, I was down in Sydney today and it was 13 degrees down there when I was there. And I thought to myself, you know, it's by American standards, that's Celsius. But by American standards, it's not cold at all. You know, we're all wimps here in Australia, but it's cold for us because we're not really used to that, right? All right, so the two sets I thought I would try and use tonight are Spotlight on Nature because it's been out of stock and yay, I can use it again and tell people to go grab it if they want it. The other one that I really like that is also been on unorderable status is the Thoughtful Journey one. Now, that's the one with that gorgeous, gorgeous paper. This one, all right, it's got this beautiful specialty paper and then this absolutely divine 6x6 paper. And I've pulled out one of my packs. I've actually got a couple of packs of this because I just love it. I thought I'd pull it out because we've got so many beautiful colors in this. There are so many colors. I'm not even going to read them all out. It would nearly be faster to tell you what colors are not in this paper. Not quite. It's 9 degrees. I don't like that at all, Donna. That's too cold. So what I thought I would do is pick 3 coordinating papers that go together to create our sketch. Now, for anyone who's wondering, the Thoughtful Journey has these stamps and these dies. So this together, the stamps and the dies are a bundle. Even though you can buy the whole suite collection, it's actually cheaper right now to get the bundle and buy these items separately than it would be to get the suite collection because you get an extra 10% off the bundle, which is the stamps and the dies. Punch bundles are not part of this sale. Oh, so you're out in near Bendigo, but not in Bendigo. So you and Donna are kind of close by. There you go. I love this paper. I think it's so beautiful. And then the Spotlight on Nature bundle, it's not a suite, so it's a separate one. Let's go. These are all just bundles. So all of these bundles, unless they have a punch, all of these bundles are on sale. So that's cool. This is the Spotlight on Nature one. That's page 69, and it's got this lovely, it's a cling stamp set, so it's rubber stamps. Really simple, easy to color images. You can stamp or color or emboss. You can treat them lots and lots of different ways. You can cut them out. You can see here that they've cut that out, but you would have to do that by hand because there's no dies for that. Instead, the dies are these circles. All right. Now, I'm a big fan of these. I will bring these out and show them to you later. We'll do our second card, but the first card I'm going to do will be with the Thoughtful Journey paper. So let's turn back to 22 and have a look at that sketch again. Oh, good morning, Anna. How are you going? Oh, Nicole, that's no good. You can't open the case one-handed. Well, no, that would be very difficult, right? 11 degrees is also too cold in my opinion, but hey. I normally go walking, and in the summer months I get up and go first thing in the morning, like before breakfast, because it's the best time of the day to do it. But in winter I switch it around and I go in the afternoon because it's too cold in the morning to go walking. I know I'm a wimp. All right, so let's see, what colors would we like to play with? I'm a big fan of this Pretty Peacock Smushiness. That's what I'm calling it. Isn't that beautiful paper? It's just yummy. So nice. That might be a good one to play with. And these colors on the back, there's some Pretty Peacock in there as well. So that would also be really nice. So maybe those two. And then what could we put with it? So I'm just picking out coordinating colors. So that might be nice, because that would also go sort of, it's greeny, bluey kind of colors. But there's lots and lots of options, and you have one like the smushy kind of watercolor kind of designs on one side, as you can see. See how nice they are? And then on the other side, you have like the scenes. So I thought for this card, seeing as we've got three little rectangles close together, I thought it would look nice to maybe use the smushy designs. But then again, I could have one of them could have a scene in it. I don't know. What do you guys think? This is nice. That's really pretty. That would also go. Oh, that's the back of that one anyway. So there you go. I've already got that one out. I'm just looking to see if there's any other. So I'm trying to pick out like blue, green kind of smushy designs. And like these blues are nice, but they're not. I want something with a bit more yellow to it because, and actually that would go as well. That would actually look okay with those. So you'd have a bit of the, the blue and the purple in there. That could also go. So we have some options. Oh, that's okay, Suzanne. You're never too late. Don't ever worry about that. Oh, it's warmer in Tasmania than Bendigo. How is that even possible? How is that possible? 3 degrees this morning, Sharon. That's ridiculous. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Yeah, I bet there was ice on the windscreen at that rate, right? All right, so the other one that I really like, this one has more of a blue background, but look at this one. This one has more green. Yeah, look, that's nice. That could be a go. I think that's better. All right, I'm picking those colors, and we're going to cut rectangles. So I'm going to bring my trimmer in, and we'll see. The other thing is I get to decide whether I want to have a card base that has the color that we're working with, or whether I would prefer to, I don't know. I'm not sure which way to go, actually. Now, here's an interesting thing. What have I done with my trimmer? Oh, there it is on the table. I've got my heater on next to the table because it's just nice to be able to warm up a little bit. All right, so let's see. In our picture, are these rectangles the same size? Not that it really matters because I'm just using it for inspiration. Yeah, I think they probably are. And they look like they're maybe, let's try. I'm going to cut this piece. This is 6 by 6 paper, so that's inches. So I'm going to go 3 by 3. So let me start with a 3-inch wide piece, and then I'm going to do the same thing with all of them, because I think 3 inches wide might be about right for these rectangles. I've just got to work out how wide I want them. Well, sorry, how deep, not how wide. Right, so I'm thinking which part of this do I want? I'll start with one of these. I'm going to start with this piece here, and I'm thinking, let's try doing, we're going to go 2 inches deep. I think that looks like a good size. And then the same with one of these. I'm going to, this is nice too with the grass. That's also lovely, but I'm thinking I'll just stick with this. 1, 2, and then I want to throw in a different color. So I'm going to throw this in. And we can always come back, and if we decide we like this one better, we could do that. So now the question is, what color do I want underneath? Do I want to just have a white card base and put these straight on a white card base and then bring in a circle? Or maybe not. I'll start with a white card base and then maybe have a mat on top of that. So I'm just going to cut myself some basic white thick. Who else uses sketches when you're looking for inspiration? Because they're really good for that. If you don't know where to start, you're not sure what to do, you can just make it up as you go, which is what I'm doing right now. You don't have to really plan in advance. You just sort of play with the sketch and see how it turns out. And so you've kind of got the design already there to go. All you need then is to work out what colors and what elements you would like to add. All right, so let's look at these colors. See, now if I decided I wanted to have, just as an example, I could have these arranged on here and it would look nice. Now on my sketch, and so your circle's going to be in here somewhere, right? On the sketch, okay, they've got one at the top, one in the middle, one down the bottom, and that each one is over the top of the other. Okay, so yeah, it's actually just how I've done it. And I quite like it, but I definitely think when you add your circle in, that's going to really kind of pull it all together. But do we want to put a mat underneath? And are these colors right? Do we feel like we got the colors okay? What do you guys think? Another possibility would have been this one here in the middle. But I do like this piece. Sketches or inspiration from another video? Yeah. Just left them for a moment to order the Thoughtful Wishes bundle. I know, isn't it beautiful? Yes, it's not unavailable now. So you got it, did you, Leslie? Well done. Fantastic. Matt, I agree. And I'm thinking something in this maybe pool party, because that's always, let me pull that in. Let's see how that would look underneath. We could add that, or we could even do our base in this instead of white. Because that actually looks quite nice on there. Or we could darken it up with Pretty Peacock itself, because these will stand out on that and this would still look okay. I don't know. I do love these different pieces together. I think it needs the brightness of a little bit of the purple. I think that looks really good. And another possibility would have been, using some of this here. That would have been nice as well. I'm wondering if that would look better. No, I don't think so. You know what? It does look nice. That's taking away some of the yellow element, these three, if I was to cut a piece from that. Or do I stick with the yellow? All right, let me cut this down. You ordered it. You're happy now. Awesome. Change the middle one. So that's this one we don't like. Is that right? But we like this one. And we like, well, let me put them on the fill party and see how it looks. We like this and we like this. So maybe the other thing that would look nice if I just had some of this sky and So because this one's got a fair bit of brown in it, although that's okay. Let me see how this looks. But there's a lot of yellow in that, and I don't know about the yellow. I think the yellow is jumping out, and I don't like the way it's looking to me, so I'm actually going to come in and pick a different color. Let's go with, let's pull this in and see how this looks. I'm going to pull in a couple of different color bits. So let's see what this would look like, because that's quite nice. That's better, but it's quite bright. And then if we went down another to the next one, this one has like greens and blues. So I'm just playing here and trying to pick which one I think looks the best. I don't know about the peachy color. Maybe if I had put this one on top and covered up the peachy color a bit, and then we put our circle here. What do we think? Do we like that? Oh, physio, you know, physio's good, but it seems to take so long, don't you think? Dark one in the middle? All right, let's try that. Let's try that, because that might look quite nice. But I like this one, but I'm not sure about this peachy color. Maybe, should we try a purple? That might work. So that's interesting, because that's the back of this one. See that? Actually, let's just turn that other piece over. Definitely too peachy. I'm sorry if I'm taking so long to make up my mind. You know how it is. Some days you just can't choose. Or I'm gonna, I think I've got the size right. Right, so this is how that, I'm just wondering if that looks better. What do you think, guys? That's, is that better? I think it might be. Those colors are better with the purples mixing up. That's better. Something with fresh freesia. I agree. All right, so next question. Do I make my card base from this, or do I just make the mat on my white base? If I'm going to have this as a, I'm just going to cut it to the right size. So I've got one long vertically cut piece, and let me throw that in half and let's see how that will look. So we really are just playing around with this, right? And we will be happy with it. I know we're going to be happy with it when we're done. So blue in the middle and purple down the bottom. I'm just going to move it a little bit. Okay, I'm liking that better. Purple works. Purple works for a lot of people, Roz. What are we doing? We're doing the 6th sketch. How are you, Kelly? Nice to have you here. We're doing sketch number 6 here with the Thoughtful Journey papers, and it's got 3 rectangles and a circle. And so I'm playing around and working out what colors I would like to work with, and I think I've decided on these ones because I quite like the way the purple matches. And then we've got our pretty peacock white mat. Do you guys think? Do you think a white mat? Because I can do that. All right, let's do it. When you say white mat, do you mean card base or the mat? White mat. Do you mean white on top of this? Because we can. Let me try that. Let me grab a piece of basic white, not the thick, just the normal basic white. We'll see how that looks. It's either going to make it look amazing or it's not going to look right, and then we will change our minds again. So that's fine. For a really simple card, we're taking our time here. I know that. Sorry about that. But that's okay. Some days I make up my mind quickly about things, and other days I just don't. All right, so then this on here, is this what we're saying we would like? Like this. Is this what we like? Do you think that's better? Some days I don't think I have a thought process, Rose. It's just things just turn out how they turn out. Oh, white mat behind each DSP. Right. Now I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. That's not that, and that even isn't hard to do. So let me keep that one and I'll pull this one in. And just deciding. I'm actually only going to make a little tiny mat, not very much at all, like 1/8 of an inch if you're doing inches, or just a few millimeters. So let's try that. Because I want a little mat. I don't want a lot of mat. How about that? Does that look good? I think it does. All right, so let me cut these up and make this. So it's not even a half a, it's like normally I would do half a centimeter bigger for a mat, or 1/4 of an inch, and I'm doing half that size. Now, what's this one? Yeah, that's fine. All right, I think we're onto something. I think we're going to be happy with the way this turns out. So let me get, so this one is going to go on here. This one's going to go on here. And that one's going to go on here. Just a little mat. I think that's going to be good. I'm going to use my Tombow to pop these on. Because, oh, hang on a second. Let me clean the end off that. Goodness me. This paper, oh my goodness, it's just so stunning. I haven't used it as much as I intend to, so you probably will see a lot of creations happening from me. Now that the bundle's back in stock, I want to use it a lot more, so I've kind of been waiting. One. I feel like we're going to need something to break it up, and I might have the perfect thing, actually, just thinking about it. So, never ever feel like the good thing about paper, that paper has an advantage over fabric in only a couple of ways. First of all, if you change your mind, it's not that big a deal. You know, you can make a mistake with paper. Paper has 2 sides. You can use first one side and then try the other. And, you know, you have more chances with paper. And at the end of the day, it is just paper. So if you want to discard your efforts and get rid of it, you can. All right. So now this is how we've got this. Now, I like the white mats, guys. You guys are so clever. Thank you for helping me make those. That looks much better. Doesn't that look good? Ties them all together. I know, right? So, yeah, the good thing is you never have to feel like you've made a gigantic commitment. Now, the sketch has a circle, all right? So I'm not quite ready to glue them into place, because I want to see if I want to put the circle over the top or slide it in underneath. I'm thinking over the top, actually, although theirs isn't. there's, if you have a look here, it's over the top of the top two and underneath the bottom one. I'm actually going to have mine over all of them because I think that will look good. And I've just got to decide. I was going to use punches, but I've got a punch that's on the blink at the moment, and I don't want to use it in my video because it'll look weird if it doesn't work. So instead, let's get our stylish shapes. Stylish shapes dies. For anyone who's wondering, stylish shapes dies are my absolute favorite die set. Completely, totally, absolutely favorite. And they are fantastic because they are so useful. Right, so I'm thinking, will this one be too big? You know what? I don't think it is. And then we've also got this one. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use underneath, I want to have a piece of glimmer paper, and on the top I'm going to have my white. And so I'm going to cut my white piece. Let me just grab my piece of basic white I just chopped up, and we're going to make that our white piece for our sentiment. And I'll cut that with my 10% off cut and emboss machine. Does everyone know that the cut and emboss machines are on sale right now as well? 10% off, guys. So if you've been looking at them, now's a really, really good time to buy them. Also, if you have been thinking about joining as a demonstrator, you can get all those discounted items like bundles and the cut and emboss machines and everything in your kit. Okay, so that's going to save you money on your kit because you can actually get the discounted price on those items in a kit purchase as well. Now, I'm going to choose a glimmer paper. We have some choices. And I haven't decided which one I want to use. I've got Pretty Peacock Glimmer. That would look really good because it's going to tie in. Look, see how nice this is? It's going to tie in with those colours. So there's the Pretty Peacock. And then we also have some Highland Heather Glimmer, which is a nice purple. We did have Fresh Freesia, but I don't know that we do anymore. So let me just make sure. Do I have any? Oh, actually, do we still have, does anyone know if we still have Fresh Freesia glimmer paper? We did have, but I don't know if we still do. We had it in the last catalogue, and I don't know whether it carried over. It's this stuff. This was, and maybe, because that would look really nice as well. Yeah, it's a really nice glimmer, but I don't know if this is still current. I know this is still current, and it's gorgeous. Look how beautiful. So I think I'll stick with that. And I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut the larger of the circles for to actually be like a mat behind my circle. So let me cut the larger circle, and then we have to decide what we want to have on our sentiment. So I've got Thoughtful Wishes, which is part. This is the stamp set. It's the Thoughtful Wishes bundle that has all these lovely. You know, we could have a couple of these. Like the Thanks would fit really nice on here. The Missing You would fit. The others are probably too big, but one of those would look nice. So hopefully you can see that even if you have a simple sketch, you can start to dress it up by adding cool elements like glitter and different embellishments and maybe some twine and so forth. All right, so this is going to go behind here, and this is going to go on here. I'll put that on dimensionals as well, and I think it looks really nice. It's simple enough, right? What do we think? We're going to have Thanks. Do you think Thanks would work? You have a snoring dog. Do you like it that she snores? Like, is it comforting, or does it just annoy you? Because snoring can be very annoying, that's for sure. All right, I'm going to stamp this in Pretty Peacock. I've just got my Thanks. And let's pop that there. then this is going to now, not many things, just so everybody knows, not very many things stick well to glimmer paper or glitter paper, okay? The only things that really stick to it are glue dots and dimensions. So I always go for the dimensionals if I want to raise it up anyway, but if you don't need to worry that they won't stick to the glitter paper, they'll stick really well. So just a handy thing to know that you can't use like Tombow. It doesn't adhere well at all. Your cat, oh gosh, Merlot is the biggest snorer you can possibly imagine. He is such a snorer. Really, really. And 2 nights ago, Crumpet decided, I don't know what got into him. He decided he was going to jump on the bed, jump on us, run up the hallway, meowing, and he meows. Well, he doesn't really. He makes, I can't even make it for you. I'm not going to try. He makes this really, really, really weird noise when he runs. All right, so I like this. It's looking good. I think that might look better if I don't have them all lined up exactly. Like on the, no, maybe this one should go over. And then this one goes here. Now, I did think of something else, okay? Like it's going to look fine, and we'll add some bling. And I think it needs a ribbon or maybe some thread or something like that. But if you wanted to, you could add other elements. I mean, this is from the dies. This is one of the dies that matches the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set. And it's really pretty. And you could, if you wanted to, you know, add that behind here and have this coming out. What do we think about that? I actually don't mind that. I think that looks good. What do you guys think? I'm going to push out, just going to push out the little extra bits. So if we're happy with this, I'll commit and I'll start sticking all these down. I think this maybe this bit of white, it's like a leafy flourish, isn't it? It kind of seems to tie everything together. Yeah, I like it too. Yep. All right, so I'm going to put this down. And I think because we've got the white mat, this piece looks really rather good with that. Now, do you ever feel when we make a card together like this, like we're doing tonight, that when we're done, you feel like you had some input and you are partly responsible for the outcome? I hope you do, because that's my intention. I like it that all of you guys help me design a card and tell me where I should or shouldn't put things. But at some point, I guess I make the final decision, but it's fun making them together. Oh, that die is the reason. Yeah, I really like that die, isn't it? It's really nice. All right, so I'm actually moving this over a little bit because I don't want these ones to actually line up completely. I want them to be a little bit offset like that. All right, so then this piece is going to go right here. So I want this to go right to the edge. Now, it does mean that but actually, I was going to say we might lose the flowers, but to be honest, or the thistles, to be honest, this actually perfectly works with them because there's one there, and there. Not that I intended to do that, but that's kind of just how it worked out. So that was lucky, just fortunate. All right, so I'm just going to add, I'm not going to add glue everywhere. I'm just going to sort of go down the main center of this. And then our circle is going to hold it all in place. All right, so let's throw that there. And it also helps this get a bit more interesting, if that makes sense. All right, so if you don't like this flapping around, you certainly could put some glue underneath it and tap it down. There is a bit of glue to here, but if you don't mind that being loose, then you might decide you like that. Then we can put this straight on, or we can add more dimensionals, which of course I am going to do because, you know, I'm the dimensional queen. Well, I like them anyway, let's say that. Has anyone seen Megan tonight? I haven't seen her. I'm looking to see what everyone is saying. And I still think we need some bling on this. All right, we don't, because we've added this flourish, we don't need a ribbon or a twine or anything anymore. That's rather good, isn't it? What do you think, guys? Do we like this? It's coming together, isn't it? Now, I'm just thinking, I did have, I'm not sure where they are, the matching pearls for this set. I don't know if I have them handy, and if I don't, I'll use something else instead. But I thought I know I bought some. I'm not sure what I've done with them. They're not in the embellishment box. Well, then you know what? They probably are in the embellishment box, and the embellishment box is so full that I keep losing things in the box. All right, let me see. What else would look good apart from those Thoughtful Journey pearls, the pearls trio? Looking to see. We could use, I tell you what I do have. I have plenty of the, we have, oh no, here, look, yay, I found them. Ha ha ha. Awesome. We love that. All right, so there they are. And we could use these ones because those ones have got like, I think they're Petunia Pop, these. So they're not exactly the right color, but they kind of would go. See those? They would definitely work. But another possibility, in the purple shimmer gems, there are some really nice, oh, and these, well, they probably wouldn't work. These are the basic grey and smoky slate pearls. They're really nice as well. I really like those. I'm thinking though of the purple shimmer gems, these, because these light ones up here are like a fresh freesia. Now, which would look better? I'm just wondering which ones are going to look better. So we've got our Petunia Pop, and see we have these. Now those, well, they're probably more Highland Heather, but they still would go. All right, so which ones should we use? I'm just having a little look. I'm supposed to do, you're supposed to give them a game before I go to bed. Oh, is that what you meant to do? Well, I guess we didn't do that. And it was only Crumpet. Merlot's really good. Merlot will sleep on our bed and snore, but he does sleep all night and just stays there up against my leg. But Crumpet doesn't. He doesn't stay very. You think they're purple? All right, let's give those a go. Either of them would look all right, but I'm going to try the purple gems. Let me grab a pair of scissors, or you can take your pick tool, whatever it is you would like, and let's grab that. Oh, I've got a little bit of stuff on there. A bit of the adhesive popped out. I'll just push it back in. There we go. And then maybe a little guy up here. And another little guy. I usually like two little guys. I don't know why. I might move that actually slightly. There we go. And there we go. I'm going to call that finished. We made it. It took us a while, but we got there. What do you think? Do we like it? Hello, Vicky. You're very welcome. And yes, it would be morning over there. Very early, though. Very early morning, right? Although you're in New York, so it's not as early there as further west of you, right? So my friend Susan's in Minnesota, so you know, she's still well and truly asleep at this point. Let me clean my stamp off, and then let's do another one. I'll get this out of the way. Let me just move a couple of things. So the other thing I thought I would play with tonight, so this is what we've just played with, was the Thoughtful Wishes set. All right, and it is currently available. It has been unavailable, and as of today, because I looked yesterday and it wasn't available, but today it is. So if you've been waiting for this to come back into stock, okay, your bundle is normally $98. So it's going to be $9.80 less than that, isn't it? So it's going to be 88. Oh, I don't know. 88 something. Oh, I know you can't stop them either, Margaret, can you? Like, it's just, oh, thanks, Leslie, for that. It's just really frustrating when they just want to do their own thing in the middle of the night and all you want to do is sleep, right? Well, that's how I feel anyway. All right, I'm just quickly looking at the inventory status report. I did have a customer, and I don't know if she's watching tonight, but she's been waiting for the Spotlight on Nature set to come back. And she asked me, would I please let her know when it did? And I sent her a message just before I went live and said, guess what? It's back in. So that's the one I want to use next. Okay. So, yes, Thoughtful Wishes is available, definitely. And if you've been waiting for it, jump in, because who knows how long these, I don't know if they've got lots of stock in or if they've just got a small amount and they'll go out again. I don't know. All right, the Thoughtful Wishes bundle comes down to $87. So that's really good. It's even better than I was saying. And that is a die and this die and stamp set bundle. Okay, so $87 for those. And the Spotlight on Nature, which is the other one I'm about to use, that one is down to $81.50. Okay, so these are really good prices while you can get them like this. Okay, so if you've been waiting for a bundle to come in, now would be the time. I would be doing it now. Okay, so don't wait too long though, in case they go out of stock again. I don't want to panic anybody, because they might not. But when something's been out of stock and then it comes back in, I don't like to wait too long, because I know it's popular. That's why it went out of stock in the first place, right? So yeah. All right, I'm going to grab myself some Misty. Oh, will I go Misty Moonlight or will I go Navy? This is the question. I am trying to decide which will look better. Navy, I think, will look better. So I am going to come in here and I'm going to grab my Spotlight on Nature set, which I just had a moment before I started, so I know it's right here. Here is the dies. Right, so here are the Spotlight on Nature dies. These are one of my favorite dies in the whole catalogue. Look how nice they are. And there's 2 sheets of that. This is one set of dies. Okay, they are fantastic. By themselves, they are $61. And right now you can get the whole bundle for $81.50. So that's a really good deal. Yeah, and that includes the stamp set. The stamp set is really lovely. Let me just grab that out for you. It's sitting underneath all the things that I just got out on my desk, I think. Oh, goodness me. Got stuff everywhere. Why do I do this to myself? Because I can't help myself. That's why. All right. So this is interesting because I just literally got this out just before we started. Ah, there it is. It's on the floor. It fell down. All right. So this is the matching set. And you're thinking, well, why are they together? There's nothing, but you know what? All of these stamps, the butterfly, the flowers, and the leaves look fabulous on these shapes. And I will cut them out with that tonight. But I'm going to start with this one. Now, this is quite a big stamp. I know they love talking to other birdies. They really do. In fact, Cookie responds to any parrots he hears out of doors. So like when the black cockatoos fly over, he'll start calling to them because he can hear them. All right, so I'm putting this on block E. It's a big stamp. It's too big for block D. You will need block E for this one, but it's nice. I'll bring these. I'm putting them on the corner of my desk. If I am looking for them later, that's where they are. And I'm going to grab myself my embossing buddy, and I'm going to actually emboss this. So I'm going to emboss this in white on top of my Night of Navy. You could pick any dark color, but I particularly like navy and white because I think they're really stunning together. So I'm grabbing myself my Versamark ink, and I'm going to make sure I ink this up really well. And I'm wondering, I hope I've put that low enough, but anyway. Right, so it looks like so. Now you won't see very much happening. You can kind of see the Versamark has left an impression. Can you see that there? If I hold it in the light, you can see it. But other than that, it doesn't look like much is going on at all. That's all right. Versamark is a clear, sticky ink. And the whole point is that you want your embossing powder to stick to it. All right. So when I bring in my, I always try and keep my embossing buddy in here. And I usually forget to use it, as you guys know. So I've actually done well tonight, just remembering that. I'm going to use white powder, because that'll give me the best result on a dark color like this. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to get my white powder and I'm going to dump that over the top. And then I'm going to tap that off to leave my impression. Right, so I think this is a really nice stamp. This does a very, very good detail. Look how, can you see how detailed that is? It's super nice. Now, if you have any little stray bits anywhere, that's where, and you won't get many stray bits if you use your embossing buddy, the result is pretty good. And then you can use the putty end of your take your pick tool to remove any extra little bits, or you can use the point of your what do you call it? The point of your scissors, or you can use a paintbrush, but I like using the putty tool. So there's this putty tool, actually, there's only a tiny bit of putty left there, but that's okay. So you can be quite precise with it, and it will remove any little bits that might be causing you trouble. Not that it's very bad, it's pretty good, actually. But I'm just going to, I find the putty tool really good for this. If you don't have one of these are fantastic. I love mine. I just use it over and over and over, and they are absolutely fantastic. They come with the putty tool, and then if you want to, you can buy the die brush and pop that in instead and use that for pushing your little pieces out of your die cuts. And that's an additional purchase. There's a bunch of accessories for it if you like that idea. What kind of bird do you have, Kay? Do you have a cockatiel as well, or is it something else? They do like to talk to each other. Sometimes tell you something else, if your bird is very social, and they are really a very social animal, find a picture, like a video on YouTube of a cockatiel singing or talking, and put it down in front of them. They're amazing how they respond. They love watching other cockatiels on videos. It's fantastic, actually. All right, I'm going to grab my my heat tool, and we're gonna heat this up. And I'm just going to heat it until it goes hard and shiny. So you'll see when it changes. It's a bit hard to see in the video, but I will be able to see it. If I hold it in the light, I can see when it starts to change. Hopefully you can too. Here it goes, it's starting to change now. So this flower has changed. Can you see that? Like this one hasn't, but this one has. So what you want to do is it doesn't take long. You just want to go over the whole image until it all is hard and shiny. If you haven't done embossing before, embossing is one of my favorite techniques. And I think it's one of the first techniques that you learn when you're first card making that really makes you go, wow, I did that. It's fantastic. It's like magic. So you're cooking it. The ones that are easiest to see the difference are the metallics, like the gold, silver, and copper. Those ones are really striking. The white, I just like the contrast of it against the dark background. But now you can see that powder is set. I can run my fingers over it, and it's stuck there. It's not going anywhere. All right, so that looks good. Now let's get our dies They're over on the corner of the table, remember? All right, and I'm going to cut this out. So I'm deciding what shape, and I'm going to be cutting some. That's probably pretty good, all right. And that would be with the little floral design around the side, or we could do this one, same size, but this one has like dots and dashes around the side. I'm just going to bring my. You might notice that. See how they're going to fall out because I'm going to use my die brush to get all those pieces. From the last time I cut, I didn't get them all out. So you will find that you'll get a better cut next time if you take the time to get these out every now and then, every couple of times. And then it just cuts better. Now, if any pieces are left behind, let me just grab my pokey tool. Here it is. And so there are a few pieces that aren't popping out easily. I can see them like these, and then you can come in here. It's quite satisfying actually pushing these out of here. I remember when I first got this die brush, up until then I used to give that job to my son. This is quite a few years ago when he was, you know, still impressed by things like this. And he loved pushing them out of the dies. And when we got the die brush, he was so disappointed that he'd been, you know, replaced. All right, and that's all out. All right, so those are all gone now, and you can see all the pieces have fallen out here. All right, so dots and dashes, what do you think? I think maybe that's less busy than the florally one, this one. So I'm going to pop that there and do dots and dashes. Yes, it does regarding glimmer. But also we have some online exclusives that are glimmer as well. And the glimmer online exclusives, we have the Pretty Peacock, Petal Pink, and Highland Heather, the 3-color glimmer. You'll find those online, but not in the catalogue. But we do have some items that are online, but not in the catalogue. And sometimes that's frustrating, right? Because you can't find it easily. All right, I'm going to cut this circle. And I just need to line it up on my machine and run it through. All right, and this is how it looks. And see what's nice is all those pieces have fallen out straight away. They're still in here, so if I wanted to get rid of them, I can run my die brush over them and they start falling out. If there's any left in there, after I do that, then I'll poke them out with the other end. So really, really good, this brush attachment for doing this job. Unless you have a, you know, a 12-year-old who would rather do it, like I once did. You ordered the tree one. Ooh, that's nice. We've got some beautiful new things coming. Online exclusives in July are going to be heaps of fun. I'm very excited. Oh, he's a conjuque. They're beautiful. So he's orange and yellow and green. Am I right? He's mostly because the sun conures have got the really bright yellow orange heads, right? Or is that one the same as yours? That's so funny. Oh, Leslie, parrots are just the most fantastic birds, and they've got such a capacity for affection. They love people, they're social animals, and they love to be part of the flock that is the family, you know. All right, so now that I've got this, I really like the way it's looking, and I've just got to decide what I want to put behind it. Now, I've got a couple of options, so let's have a quick talk about the options. Let me grab my, goodness me, where do I put stuff? Oh, here it is on the floor. This is my catalogue. This is my catalogue. See, this is the one with all the things. I think I got my last bundle out of that, the bundles that I wanted when this first came out. I got the last one this week. So really, I shouldn't be buying any more stamps and dies. I don't know. Of course, we've got online exclusives coming next month. So, you know, all that will change. But the papers in this catalogue are spread throughout. So that's a little bit tricky. because it means that you have to go looking for them. But you can go to the index, and if you go here to paper and packaging, designer series paper is halfway down. So it shows you what pages the cardstock on, and then designer series paper, you'll see they're spread throughout. So they've got them listed alphabetically and then spread throughout the catalog. So I want something that's going to go really nicely. Now I'm leaning towards, there's a couple of things I'm thinking would be really nice. We've got the Mediterranean blooms. It's got all those lovely blues in it. So let's look at that one. And also I've got the woods, the country woods. Now these are really nice. And I've also got the country lace. It's got some nice blues and so forth. So I like the idea of maybe putting a, you know, a wooden piece behind. This is, that would be too much blue, but that's Misty Moonlight, this color. And that's really nice. We also have, you know, some darker woods, which are really lovely, like this one. So that would be really nice. So we could pop it on a wooden background. So that's an option. All right. So that's one thing I'm thinking about doing. But the other one, of course, is the Mediterranean blooms, which is, oh, and I've also got the Wildly Flowering, which has got Misty Moonlight in it. And the Misty Moonlight would look nice with this because it's a little, this is darker. So that would go well. Oh, and I've also got this embossing, this, what do you call it? Yeah, this embossing folder. This one here that's got the Darling Details, I think it's called. Is that right? Dashing Designs. What am I saying, Darling Details? That's a different stamp set. Anyway, I don't have this one, but I do have all these lovely Mediterranean designs with the different blues and so forth. So that would look really nice as well. Countryside Inn, yep, got that as well. I should use the fold tab punch, but I don't have it yet, Nicole. That's on the list. I don't have that one yet. Green, orange, yellow, brown. Oh, he sounds so pretty. He sounds gorgeous, Kay. What did you say his name was, or did you not say? I can't remember. Hey, Nari, how are you? All right, so are we going to go completely different and have like a wooden background, or are we going to go in with some matching colors? Or, haha, can we maybe emboss our piece and we can have it contrasting? What about boho blue? Because that's lighter, considerably lighter, but I can emboss it and that would look rather good. So boho blue is this color, and it's nice. And they go lovely together, don't you think? Or is that too much blue? What does everyone think? Now, I've got the new embossing folders. I've got a few of them now. So the one I'm talking to you about is called Dashing Designs. That's super nice. Oh, and oh, I just had an idea. An idea just came. Inspiration is here. This would be really nice. This is, I've had this one for a while, but this is a beautiful folder, and I'm thinking that might be the go because it's soft, but it's also got those lovely. And this one is called, is it something tile? I think it is. It's this one, number 7, Distress Tile. So we could get our blending brush and rub some ink over the top, and I think that would look really good. So let's try that. And I'm going to have a piece that is 10 centimeters wide, so it's a card front size by 14.3 long. If you're using A4 paper, that would be your standard card front size. So they do look nice. Blue and white or lemon lolly. Yes, we could throw some lemon lolly in. That would be very, very nice. All right, so I'm going to emboss this. And for this, I need the base plate. Oh, and I just saw something else that I wanted to show you guys. There's so many things to show you. So these are the more of the woods paper. These are the countryside lace. And see, that would be nice too. Look how nice that is on the smoky slate base. Ooh, that's rather special. And we have basic beige. We have this misty moonlight, petal pink, more smoky slate, more basic beige. Aren't these nice? This is nice in the misty moonlight. If I had to pick one, I think, oh, and I like this too. But if I had to pick one, the one I like the best is probably this one. Look at that. Isn't that nice? And I like that it's like a diagonal pattern. So when you cut it, it's on the diagonal there. Oh, look, they all look good. I'm having one of those very indecisive nights. Maybe I think because I had a big day today and I think I just need to. All right, I'm cutting this down. I'm going to use it because I like it a lot. I got halfway to the embossing machine and then went, you know what? Maybe we'll use this paper instead. So this is called Countryside Lace. And I'm going 1/2 centimeter smaller on each side for this to fit on our base piece. So let's pull that out. What do we think of this? Do we like this? Now, the other thing I could have done was I could have cut a smaller piece and had, you know, like a different color down the side and maybe embossed my piece down the side. But I'm just going to go with this. I think it's rather nice. I'm not 100% sure about the boho blue. What do you guys think? Yes, twine would be good. This DSP is called Countryside Lace. That would be really nice. And white ribbon or yellow, either would look really good, wouldn't they? The other thing I could do is because I've used white on a dark color, I could use my blends and add color to the flowers if I wanted to. So I could add some yellow, for example, to the bottom of the flowers. That would look really nice and brighten them up. Or we can just leave it white on navy and leave it as it is. What do you guys think? Does anyone have, other than boho, what else? Well, we could use any of the blues. We could use Misty Moonlight or Knighted Navy. They would both look good. Let me pull them in so you can see them. Misty Moonlight's a lot smaller, a lot lighter. There's a big difference between these two. All right, so this would be the navy. The navy, and then you've got the navy. And I mean, you can't go wrong with that. All right, so it does look really good. I think it looks better than the boho. Now I'm looking at it. If I was going to use the boho, I was going to emboss it and then sponge over it. And this is the Misty Moonlight. They both look good, don't they? But this one, you can see how much darker that is. There's a big difference in the darkness. White embossed layer on white base. Yes, I know. That would look really good. Maybe I'll do that one next time. Oh, you guys, goodness me. I know you love your white card bases. I do too. I'm a bit of a white card base addict. So, okay, here's our white. Here's how this would look on navy with this. And then it does look good, doesn't it? Doesn't that look nice? And I need to grab, give me 1 second. So do we think would white look better? Everyone's talking about a white on white. The navy looks good. Okay, now everyone's saying navy. Okay, a new pattern vellum. We do have new vellum, but the new vellum doesn't come out until... So what is it, Kelly, that you don't like? You don't like this, the paper? Is that what you're not happy about? Everyone's saying it looks good. So I'm thinking I'll just go with this tonight. But for future reference, this is the Dashing Designs, which makes a really nice pattern. And then This one also is great. This is from the Countryside Woods Suite. That's really nice. And it's called the Eyelet pattern. And the other one that I really like with this would be the one that I pulled out before. All right. But you know what? In the interest of time, because otherwise I'll be here literally all night trying to make up my mind, I'm going to stick this down. And I'm sorry, Kelly, if you don't like the paper, we'll just have to work on something different for next time. So what did everyone think about? Did anyone think that I should keep the flowers just white, or did we think we should add color to them? What was the answer on that? Did I miss the answer, or did we not answer it? And then this is going to go on here. I'm actually going to go and just stick that straight down. Thanks, Cherie. Cherie, if you're free over the weekend, I'll chat with you if that's okay, if that's going to work for you. Otherwise, oh, here's something interesting. Osgrid have sent us a message to tell us that our power is going to be out all day on Monday, all day. So I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to do my team live from, from the car or go to a coffee shop or something. And I don't know. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do about that. All right, so this is going to go here. And the dashing design folder is really nice, isn't it? Keep the flowers white. Leave them white. Leave them white. Okay, I'm getting the message. Iridescent bling or navy? Yep, and I've got both. We've got the Citrus Blooms navy ones. The other one, though, that would look really good with this, because they actually are part of this suite, is the basic grey and smoky slate pearls, because these would tie in with this smoky slate paper really nicely. So those are, I think those are a good possibility. Sunday afternoon, you change time. Oh, you charge time and a half. Thanks for that. Yes. All right, I'm going to put this on some dimensionals, and we're going to need a greeting of some kind. So if anyone is wondering what would be the recommendations for the best bundles to get right now, Spotlight on Nature, the one I'm using right now with these gorgeous dies, has been super popular. Okay, this is one that I think everyone's been getting and wanting because it's so versatile. So, but we've got so many nice ones at the moment. It's actually a really hard question to answer. I really don't know. For once, yes. But is there a reason? Are you okay? Are you feeling all right? All right, so I also want to have, let me see, what in the Spotlight on Nature set, I'm deciding. We have a thanks, we have a dear friend. Those are both nice. Also, these are really lovely. Like if you wanted to, would you like to see a card I made with my class the other day using this set? Let me find it. You remember the technique I did a couple of weeks ago? I did the spritz watercolor background technique, and it turned out really, really nice. And so for my class, I did, and I can't find the main sample. Of course I can't, but this is another one. So this is also using the leaves from the Spotlight on Nature. Look how nice it turned out. And I used, so I've got this leaf. I've stamped it twice. Then I've got this here, and I've stamped that to fill in the gaps with, this is Pretty Peacock and this is Old Olive. And then the splatter, once it's spritzed and then dried, I use the splatter, which is this little stamp here, in Mossy Meadow. And that's how that turned out. But the actual sample I used for the class was, I think, the nicest one. But of course I can't find that right now. But I'll take a photo of it and post it over the next couple of days so that you guys can see it. All right, I'm thinking that with this one, I think maybe, do we think Dear Friend? Dear Friend, believe it or not, is a stamp. I don't know that everyone would use it, but I do use a set that says that. Because if I just want to send a card to someone, I think that's a really nice sentiment. And I'm just grabbing my Countryside Corners, guys. because there's a really nice, simple die in there, and that would fit the dear friend really lovely. And I think that's rather nice, and I could pop that down the bottom here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut. Whoop. I'm going to cut my white, and we're going to, with this countryside, this is the second smallest countryside corners die. And I'm going to pop that through my machine. And then we'll stamp dear friend on it. Now, an alternative, if we weren't going to use these beautiful blings, an alternative would be these ones. When people, Jody, I think you were saying earlier, navy bling. These are the citrus blooms. Hold them up so you can see them. They're so nice. So those would go really nicely as well. These navy, really, really beautiful. Can you see how pretty they are? They're really, really lovely. And then these are kind of the yellow, but they're gold. Really pretty. And then there's little ones. There's white and then there's little ones. So I like those as well. So either of them would look fantastic. So I'm going to grab the dear friend set, dear friend stamp, and pop it on a block. And we'll use our Night of Navy ink. I'm a little bit over time tonight. I'm sorry about this, but I know that no one seems to complain when I go over time, which I'm always surprised. I think, gosh, they must be thinking, when? Oh, I made a mark. You know what? That's okay. I'm going to leave it and I'm going to cover it up. So that's all right. So because this one doesn't have any stitching or anything around it, I don't mind adding some inked edges when I have no stitching. But if there's stitching or a decorative edge, I don't like to add. It's just a me thing. I know some people say, oh, you should sponge around the edges. It just depends on the edge of the die. So I'm just looking to see if I have any sponges here. And I'm thinking maybe the grey. What do you guys think? Do you think the grey would be a good choice? I think maybe. Another option would be if I was going to introduce another color. Just say, for example, I decided to add ribbon. Ooh. And of course we can always add our iridescent and make it whatever color we like, or just leave it white. Love this ribbon, guys. I'm having a love affair with it. But another really nice ribbon for something like this would be, if we wanted to introduce another color, would be to add like a lemon lolly silver edged ribbon, and we could add it, and then you would edge around this in the lemon lolly if you're going to do that, and probably use lemon lolly, the yellow bling from the ones I just showed you, the citrus ones that go with the yellows, because those would actually look really pretty. But what do you think? Should we stick with the greys and the blues? All right, I'm looking. What's happening? You got called into school early. Oh, no. Oh, one of those days, was it? Why was that? Was it a big day at school? Oh, it's a comma. Yes, well, it could be. I don't think it is, but yeah, it could. I could think of it as a comma. All right, everyone's laughing. Why are people laughing? Are you laughing at me, or are you laughing at Cherie? Because we're a two-man act, two-woman act. That's so funny. Is it on water paper? No, it's not. It's just good old. This is just basic white. Oh, you were asking about this one. Yes, this is on watercolor paper. And if you're interested in this technique, I did a technique Tuesday with this, not the most recent one, the last week's. Actually, yeah, last week. So this week we did reverse masking, and last week we did the watercolor spritz watercolor. All right, so I'm thinking I'm going to go in here with my smoky slate, and I'm just going to just do a really, really soft edge with my sponge dauber. One day I'm going to go fancy, if ever I can manage it, and have someone actually answering questions and poking me if I need to pay more attention to what people are saying, because I get distracted when I'm crafting. I get into my crafting and then I forget to read all the comments, and then I miss stuff. I think they love at me as well. That's okay. I'm used to that. I'm all right with it. All right, that's looking good. So if we don't want this to be a comma, as Cherie said, which that wasn't my intention, that's when we probably want to add some bling. So did we decide we were going to go with the grey, I think, weren't we? Is that what we decided? Grey and blue, grey and blue. Yeah, okay. All right. So I will add these. These are really nice. They are part of the Countryside Woods, or Country Woods one as well. And here we go. Sorry, guys. Can you hear me again? Can you hear me again? Guess who forgot to put their phone in Do Not Disturb mode, and someone just called me. It's my brother. And yeah, sorry, we're back. Sorry. The reason that I feel that's my fault, because I'm supposed to put my phone in Do Not Disturb mode when I do a live, and I have told my brother about, I don't even know, I've lost count of how many times I have told him that I am live on Sunday nights and I'm not going to be around to take your call, and he still rings me nearly every Sunday night. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we're back. I'm so sorry about that. So everyone's saying lost you, lost you, lost you. 5'3" in all directions. I'm going back. Yeah, see, Leslie said we laugh with you, not at you, right? All right. No, it wasn't the phone. It was my brother calling me. And that's my own fault for not putting it in Do Not Disturb. All right. So the question now is, the very last question is, I'm going to tie a bow. Even though this card doesn't really need a bow, I'm going to tie a bow. And let's see what it looks like. I'm going to stick it on, and then you guys can tell me, is it too much or is it? And if I do use a bow, I would want it to be little. So I'm making the loops of this bow small, like so, pulling it until it's a tiny, tiny little bow. And then I think actually it might look quite nice. So let's try this. I'm going to do the edges on an angle, do the ends, and I'm going to grab a glue dot. I'm going to pop it. Actually, I'm going to make that even shorter. It's still too long. Now, I think I told everybody the other day that I'm reading The Man Who Died Twice, which is the second book in the Thursday Murder Club books. Who has read these? They're so good. I'm over halfway, and I'm hoping I'll probably get most of it finished this weekend. I'm just enjoying it so much. He's such a good writer, Richard Osman. All right. What do we think? Is it too much, or do we like it? I think we might get away with it because the ribbon is sheer and it doesn't really, it's a very gentle, soft ribbon. So we kind of, I think we can manage with that. All right. You love the ribbon. Good. Good, Bonnie. That's great. And welcome. I don't think we know each other, so welcome to our live tonight. Yep, tonight is only Friday. That's right. Yes, Jody. Oh, no, because Jody's going away. That's why she's saying see you in a week or so, because she's going elsewhere. So I'll be back on Sunday, but Jody, I think, won't. I like the ribbon too. Yeah, I think it was a good choice. All right, so let me move all the rubbish and all the stuff. Move it all out of the way. And here are our 2 cards from tonight. So this one following the sketch on page number 6 sketch on page 22 in the catalogue. And this one, because I just wanted to showcase the beautiful Spotlight on Nature set because it's just come back into stock. And if you want it, you might need to run in and grab it. Okay, so this is a really, really good one. And then this is the Thoughtful Journey paper, and I've mixed it with the matching set, which is the Thoughtful Wishes, stamps and dies. And that's how that all turned out. So there we go. There's our 2 cards tonight. What do we think? Do you like them? I think the bow is good too, and everyone seems to agree, so that's good. Oh, that's very sad, Cherie. Oh, I'm sorry. That's very sad. Well, I shouldn't complain when my brother tries to call me. I just wish I could get him. I wish I could train him to ring me another night other than Friday or Sunday. Friday nights and Sunday nights, so when he tries to call me. Oh. All right, you guys. Well, I'm heading. Oh, Megan, hello. I haven't seen you tonight. I've missed your comments or that was your first one. I'm not sure, but either way. All right, you ladies. Well, it's been lovely sharing another Friday night with you. I hope that you will pop by and let me go back so you can see my face. Ta-da! There I am. Hello. So I'll be back again on Sunday night. If anyone has anything they particularly want me to show, let me know. If I have it and it's in my power to offer it, I certainly will. Otherwise, see you all on at 7:30. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Last time I checked, I was actually I should check now, but 9977 when I last checked. So I've got like 23 people to go and we hit the 10,000 mark. So keep telling everyone, and let's get this thing happening so that I can stop bugging everyone and saying, hey, we've got to make our 10,000 subscribers. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend. Look after yourselves. Bye-bye.